Hello guys, it's me again. This week we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to start with the letter Q as in Queen. That's why I'm wearing my crown. And also we're going to do some really cool experiments. So let's get to work. Today we're going to start to work on the workbook on the page 133. Here you have a word search, and what you have to find here are the numbers from 1 to 10. So you have to remember how you write each number and find it here. For example, let's go to the number 1. Let's find the number 1. I found it, but it's going backwards. O-N-E, 1. And you have to do the same with the rest of the numbers. When you finish, you have to go to the page 134 and we have a crossword. And here you have to write the name of the numbers on the squares, okay? And remember, here you have to follow the arrows to know how to write the number. And also remember that you have to write one letter on each square. And I'm going to give you the example here. 1, O-N-E, 1. And you have to do the same with the rest of the numbers till you get to the number 10. And to end today's activity on the workbook, you go to the page 135. Here is super easy. You have the names of the numbers and you have to match it with the birds that says here. For example, 1. We have some birds here and you have to count them. 1, where we can find one bird. Here, 1, and we match 1 with the one bird. We match it together, and then you have to do the same with the rest of the numbers. 7, 9, 2, and 4. And on the phonics, we're going to the page 135. Here we're starting with the letter Q. Remember, Q sounds K. And sometimes we can find other types of the letter Q. We can find it like this. It's like the normal letter we find in a book, on a poster, or anywhere. This is like the usual Q we see. And this one can also be found on books, on the internet, and this is the lowercase q that we use all the time. But sometimes we can find a Q here, like this, without this little tally. And here in the phonics, we find the Q like this. It's a little weird, but we can find sometimes the letters written with the different styles. And here, all of these are Q, uppercase and lowercase. And now, what are we going to do on the page 135? Here we have the letters Q, uppercase and lowercase next to the shapes. And you have to look at each row and find the pair. For example, here we have the letter Q, lowercase, and we have to find the pair. If it's lowercase, we have to find the uppercase here. And when you find it, you have to circle the letter Q. And you have to do the same with the rest of the letters Q. Remember, when you find the pair, you have to circle it, okay? And now we'll go to the page 136. Here, remember, you have to trace the letter Q, uppercase and lowercase. Here, uppercase, lowercase, and both uppercase and lowercase. And here you have to trace the Q lowercase to complete the word quilt. And now we'll go to the page 137. Here we have different items and you have to circle the ones that start with the letter Q. Remember, Q sounds k, k, okay? So listen and pay attention. Quilt, quilt. Rocket, rocket. Queen, queen. Bunny, bunny. Question mark, question mark. Quiet, quiet. You have to circle the ones that starts with the letter Q. And as always, I'm going to give you the first example. And here we have quilt. Quilt starts with the letter Q. That's why I circle it. And you have to circle the other ones that starts with the letter Q. And now to work on the math adventures, we're going to use the frog game marker, okay? You have to cut the frog because we're going to use it. Remember, we have already used the mouse and now we're going to use the frog. And now we're going to work on the math adventures on the page 87. Here I have my frog and look, we have the numbers from 1 to 10 and the frog is going to help us count. We'll put the frog on the number 1 and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now the frog will help us to solve these additions. Look, if we have a number 2, says 2 plus, how many dots do we have here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the frog will go first to the number 2. 1, 2. And then says 3, we have to count 3. Okay, we're on the number 2 and we'll jump 3 times. The frog will jump 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Landed on the number 5. So 2 plus 3 makes 5. And we'll put the number 5 here in the box. And now you can make your frog help you solve the rest of the additions. Now on the page 88 we have this adventurous dinosaur and he's on a fair now and play some fair games. Look, ring toss, hoop toss, dart game and dog pound. But he can't remember how many points did he score on each game. And now we're going to help him to remember. Here on the first game, the ring toss, the first ring he threw landed on the number 5. And we're going to write the number 5. And now the second ring he threw landed on the number 4. And we're going to write the number 4. We have to add now both of the numbers. 5 plus 4. And in the box we're going to write the answer. Remember, we can use our frog to help us in this, and also we can have the chart. And if we have the number 5 first, 5, then we'll go for numbers more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now it's on the number 9. If we were on the number 5, jump 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers, we landed on the number 9. So we can see that 5 plus 4 makes 9. And we're going to write the number 9 on the box to help the dinosaur remember that he scored 9 points on the ring toss. Now it's your turn to help him remember how many points did he score on the rest of the games. And here on the page 89, we have a color by numbers, but adding, okay? We don't just have a number, we have to solve the operation to find the number and the color. We have to color each space. And for example, here we have a 5 plus 1. We can count with the fingers, with the chart, with our frog, or with little items that we have around the house. And now I'm going to count with the fingers, okay? We have 5, the number 5, plus 1, 5. Plus 1 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what number comes after 5? 6. Yes, 5 plus 1 makes 6. So we're going to look for the number 6 here and here. We have it. 6 is color red. So this space, we're going to use the color red and color this space. And you have to do the same with the rest of this drawing until it's all colored. Remember, when we find this, you have to add, okay? And we can solve the operation in different ways. One is with the help of the frog and the numbers, okay? If we're going to solve this one first, okay? Here, 3 plus 6. We'll take the frog to the number 3 because it says 3, we already have 3, and we have to have a jump of 6 numbers, okay? So 3, and then we're going to add 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we landed on the number 9. And 3 plus 6, we have, I'm sorry, 9. We have the answer. It's 9. But we also can do it in a different way. We have to find the way that is easiest for us to solve the operations, okay? Just remember that when you have this and it's an adding, you have to add the numbers together. So you can make you can count with your fingers, you can count with some items, or you can draw tallies or dots. For example, I'm going to draw some dots. If we have the number 5, I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have the number 2, 1, 2. And now we'll count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's the answer. Or also, remember, if we already know that we have a 5, and we know we have 5 dots, now you have just to add the number to these two. 5, 6, 7. And we have the answer. Okay? Just try to solve the operations in different ways you can imagine and find the easiest for you. And that's all for today. See you tomorrow. Mwah!